Hey KU fans, welcome back to the Alamo Dome here in San Antonio, somber San Antonio. KU's fans have a lot of good memories about this place. It's near and dear to their hearts. Tonight took a hit.
Took a hit, but it wasn't like they have to kick themselves. This is a team that won the regular season after falling behind, won the conference tournament, won a classic overtime game against Duke to get to the Final Four, overachieved basically.
Yeah.
And Villanova clearly is the better team. When you see them both on the same floor, they're the better team. And look, I don't want to hear this that you just ran into them on a good shooting night. Well, the reason is
Because
they move the ball incredibly well.
Yeah.
And they're so clever in transition to get wide open threes. And when you're wide open, you can measure the shot you're going to shoot well.
Yeah.
And this is a team that was 4 for 24 for 3 against Texas Tech, still won the game. Its last 3 games against the 3 best teams in the Big 12, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Kansas, by a combined margin of 40 points. So I think the lasting memory of this season will be, wow, what a great season, not, gee, lost opportunity. There was no lost opportunity because Villanova didn't give Kansas an opportunity.
Great way to put that. I think you're exactly right. And I think that'll sink in, especially with the fans. You know, I think in a day or two, that's what they're going to start remembering. Maybe it'll take a little longer for these guys, although I saw tonight already on Twitter, Devontae Graham posted a note saying, I've got nothing to hang my head about. I love my time here. I love you guys. I mean, it was a really cool note. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. (95-79) Villanova over Kansas, as you mentioned. They got out to a 22-4 lead, and it was over from there. Self said afterwards tonight, we pretty much knew at that point we had to play perfect to get back in it, and that wasn't going to happen. Villanova's too good. Not only were they the better team tonight, I think they proved they're the best team in the country.
Yeah, they're kind of like the modern team, almost like an NBA team.
Yeah.
That can face up bigs and just play really fast. And wow, what a team.
Wow is right. Jalen Brunson, terrific. I mean, you have to respect that, right? This is the biggest stage in the world for this sport, and that guy was dominant tonight. He controlled everything. He got guys where they needed to be. I'm not going to say he clearly outplayed Devontae Graham or anything like that. His team did, but he was just the best player on the floor, hands down. It was 7 different guys. Villanova's 18 for 40 from three-point range. 7 different guys hit them. 4 of them had 3 or more. 18 is a record against KU, an all-time record. 18 is a Final Four record. 13 in the first half. That was the old record, and they got it in the first half tonight. I mean, buzzsaw is the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, I think they may have had 7 guys hit them in the first half. Brunson had 3. The other 4 starters had 2. And then the 6th and 7th man had 1 apiece in the first half.
There you go.
So 7 guys made a 3 in the first half, and all 5 starters made at least 2 in the first half.
Would you agree with this? I think KU was down 15 at halftime. I think that most other teams might have been down 30. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't think KU played well by any means, but I don't think they played as bad as Villanova made it look.
No, Villanova was incredible. I mean, just moving the ball like that, you're going to get wide open shots, and they hit them all. They were just on fire.
Yeah, it was definitely a bummer of an ending for this team. We were just talking about it in the media room back there. This team that we've covered in an incredible postseason run, where every possession has mattered, every foul has mattered.
Yeah.
When Udoka got his second, you'd write it down. When he'd get his third, you knew it. Silvio's coming in, let's see what he can do. That was what this team was. That was who they were and how we had to cover them, and it was a lot of fun because of that. So it's kind of a bummer that tonight it ended with none of that stuff mattering. I mean, I couldn't tell you who had fouls. I couldn't tell you when Udoka got his. It just didn't matter. The game was out of reach early, and it stayed that way. And
scoreless first half for speed.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. And that was, I'll tell you what, my lasting memory probably of this game will be when Devontae Graham checked out. Last time, right around a minute left, and he walked over there, and it was obvious that it was over and that he was done. And as he got closer to Coach Self put his arm around him, and when that happened, Graham just kind of lost his head in Self's chest and was crying, and Self, the big smile. I almost think that's a defense mechanism. He doesn't want to cry, so he smiles, and I don't blame him for that. It was an emotional moment, and really cool to see. Those two guys have been through so much together. They love each other so much respect for each other. Sad to see it end that way for them, but in a sense, a really cool moment. I'm sure they would have rather that been with a trophy and tears of joy, but still a neat moment, something they'll always remember. Any other final thoughts about this one?
Next year it's going to be a younger team, but a bigger team and a deeper team.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, agreed. We'll have plenty of coverage of what's coming once we get past what was. So we'll have this for a couple more days. KUsports.com, just because it's over doesn't mean we're done. We'll have all your coverage forever, like we always do. For Tom Keegan, Benton Smith, Bobby Nightingale, Nick Krug, Scott Chasen behind the camera, I'm Matt Tate. Thanks for taking the journey with us. It's been a lot of fun covering this team. It's been a lot of fun doing it for you guys. Thanks for checking out all our coverage, and we'll talk to you again real soon, or sort of soon, on another KU Sports Extra.